It is a wet, bloody morning. It's like camping on the AT. So I would be getting going right about now. I decided to have a third cup of coffee. I'm still trying to contemplate what I'm gonna do. My feet are in rough enough shape and I've been kind of dragging enough where if it wasn't for other factors, you know, the fact that there's somebody behind me and I want to stay spread out, etc., I would probably take a 0. Hate to do that when there's such a schedule limit on this entire trip, but we'll see. So I have kind of limited options here, but I'm going to do what I can do. This is those Curad Performance Band-Aids I found at the Walmart camping section that seem to be better than anything else as far as staying on. I may have to put another one here, and it will actually hold on to the bottom of my foot, which is rare when it comes to Band-Aids, tape, etc. Interestingly enough, I've never quite been able to tell what causes this completely. Sometimes it seems like rubbing, sometimes it seems like it's impact, but I've got the foam is kind of like caved in here right around that spot. So I'm leaning towards things are just penetrating the foam. Unfortunately, I have most of the insoles I've found, you know, they're hard here and they're more foam here. Maybe I need to try and find something that just puts like a rock plate effectively over that section. Every time I've tried Superfeet or other insoles, it has either made no difference or made it worse, since it seems to kind of like rub that area. So I don't know. It's frustrating because it hits usually well into the trip like this. But all I can do here is switch into my dry pair of socks, even though they're probably gonna get pretty damp pretty quick. Like a lot of people, I use these smart water bottles. I usually like a 1 liter and then a 1.5 liter. They have a couple of different brands. Doesn't matter, smart water, as long as it's the top. Brian gave me one of these body armors that have a wide mouth though, and this has actually been really helpful filling up from drinking fountains, which I'm doing a lot, so I think I'm going to get another one of those. This one's not in too bad a shape. I've noticed an increasing reluctance of people to touch these to fill them up, so I may need to get cleaner ones. Also, while I've got a lot of reluctance over this, I'm getting closer and closer to mailing my Stormline Stretch rain jacket back home and just going with the Frog Dogs for now. Problem being, this just gets so wet on the inside with this plastic layer. This ends up feeling a lot more comfortable. Now, I like the pockets better on this. I like how it sits when it's cold weather, which I'm not going to have to deal with for a while. And it's a lot more durable. The plastic will start busting in places, or whatever this outer layer is. You can repair it with duct tape, but still, and if I have to bushwhack, this would just be gone, versus this can work as armor. I've never been happy with any rain jacket I've ever owned. This has kind of been the best of bad choices. I've really wanted to get the Arc'teryx, you know, like beta lightweight, but haven't been able to justify the price tag. I've been kind of arguing with myself all morning as far as what my plan is. I mean, I have to hike into Parkersburg, obviously. Hotel, absolutely 0. I don't know. Honestly, I've got enough of the signs where I would generally lead towards that. It's just cost, and due to that huge enforced break on the CNO, where I missed like 5 days because I was sick, I kind of feel like I don't deserve one yet. I need to keep pushing. On one hand, I think I have 6 more months out here if things go to plan. And if I'm just stressing about mileage endlessly, that's going to drive me crazy by the end. Not to mention, you know, Jen joins me in another 30, 40 days, and I still think we can do 25 a day, but it does slow things down a little bit when she's with me. And this is already all but an impossible weather window. I don't know. At least it was a nice night. I mean, it was raining, or just kind of dripping rain for a good chunk of the night. But I was so tired by the time I got into the tent. I pretty much always am when I'm in this mode. I managed to eat, finished the episode of Legion I was watching, and basically passed out. This is what I try and explain when people are like, why aren't you having campfires all the time? Campfires are awesome. I am not as anti-campfire as Jen is. It's just they're a waste. When I get in so late, and the moment I'd have them lit, I'd be falling asleep. And then they're hard to put out properly unless you have access to a water source. And a lot of these places, they just cause a huge impact. I mean, even without people misbehaving and burning trash and crap in them. And while they can be useful for drying gear, I have lost count of the number of boots I have seen melted because somebody tried to dry them in the fire, never mind other layers and things. And as far as needing warmth, I mean, yeah, there's a comfort to sitting around a fire and having warmth. I will die on the hill that in non-emergencies there are better ways to go about that than relying on a fire. The last outing of the wilderness class is snow camp. We take students up to 9,000 feet in the Sierra Nevada, backpack in, spend 2 nights up there. Some of the other groups drag sleds or turkey pans, and we'll have fires. Everything's covered in snow, so you have to dig out a fire pit or do something like that. I've always put my foot down and said no fires, because again, while it can be quite nice to sit around a fire, we're trying to teach skills to make people safe, etc., and independent in the wilderness. And layering hot water bottles, things like that, can deal with the cold, and then you're not dependent on having to haul in a bunch of firewood. People contemplate all sorts of things in the outdoors. I've been sitting here for 10 minutes, I think, and that dang dog has been barking the entire time. I contemplate, who the heck buys a dog like that and leaves it outside and ignores it and just lets it bark endlessly? Has to drive them crazy. The neighbors must hate it. And yet, it's all over the place. It's interesting. There are sections through here where people don't even want to meet my eyes, much less respond if I say hello or anything. And then there's sections like this where I'm running into friendly people all over the place. That guy called me over, gave me some bottled water and a Jolly Rancher watermelon energy drink. Weirdest thing, about 10 minutes after I drank what that guy gave me, the water and that energy drink, everything kind of hurts where I'm sweating. And it was just such an odd, sudden onset. Okay, I am officially just never taking an energy drink ever in my life. I just have bad reactions to them. Also, what the heck is in this? May cause tingling and flushing during exercise. Great. So I got 1 bar of reception. Turns out beta-alanine as an exercise supplement causes a painful tingling sensation. I really need to be less willing to try new experiences, apparently. I have been made fun of by people in the past for being so anti-energy drink. Comparing Rockstar to basically, carbonated vomit, Those 5-hour energy drinks just give me a headache. I just have this habit of trying things when somebody offers. From now on, no damn energy drinks, though. I seriously thought he had slipped something in the water, or I was having some sort of an allergic reaction. But I wasn't getting the normal flushing or hives, just this weird, painful tingling. Plus side, it did kind of distract me from how painful my feet are. In fact, I don't even think I can feel my feet, which I don't know if that's good or bad. If I do end up dropping dead, though, please blame it on Will Wheaton. Well, that was fun. Part of me wonders if that goes through, but the beta I have says it ends here, and the signage seems to agree with it, so pavement it is. Some road walks are okay. These, not so much. I found a scrap of sheet. It is hot and this traffic is just unrelenting. Okay, whoever said I should go to Sheetz instead of Subway, you get bad advice. That's all I can say. Also, sometimes I really wonder about these routes through the cities. Okay, time to get inside somewhere. So I got in last night, ate, got my laundry done, and then I ended up reluctantly deciding to zero today, which is unfortunate because as you can see, the sun is shining and it looks like it's going to be like a week of rain. But my feet are just in rough shape at the moment. I needed the break, so it's what it is. Back on the trail tomorrow.